My wife, who was supposed to be on a business trip, suddenly went to a hotel instead. I immediately realized something was wrong. When I got to the hotel front desk, I recognized her handwriting right away. Then I slipped the clerk a tip and got a room across from my wife's. I found a handgun and decided to make them pay. My friend Julian was terrified when he heard this, because the gun was his. He quickly urged me to calm down. I thought he was just afraid of being implicated. However, I never expected that the person having an affair with my wife was him. He quickly told Joan about this, to discuss what to do. But at that moment, the doorbell rang.
Room service?
To figure out who the third party was, I ordered a bottle of red wine to their room. I wanted to shoot the man the moment he opened the door, but Julian had Joan sign for it instead. He then called me to stall me and told me not to be impulsive. Under his persuasion, I temporarily gave up the idea of taking direct action. They took the opportunity to try to escape, but this was the 5th floor, so jumping out the window clearly wouldn't work. That's when Julian came up with an idea. He used the room's landline to call my room. Then while I was answering the phone, he immediately rushed out of the room. However, the sound of the door closing still caught my attention. Julian, who didn't make it to the elevator in time, could only turn and run toward the nearby stairwell. When I noticed someone had pressed the elevator button but didn't get on, I immediately went to check the stairwell. At that moment, Julian was hiding in the corner and wasn't exposed. I could only return to the hallway. Meanwhile, Joan noticed the tourist next door had come out. She quickly opened the door and told them the hallway wasn't safe. As they were struggling, I knocked the man unconscious and tied him up, thinking he was the third party. Then I pointed the gun at him. Seeing this, Joan quickly tried to stop me, but during the struggle, I accidentally fired the gun. Joan died on the spot. After hearing the gunshot, Julian was about to call me to check the situation, but he realized his phone had been left in the room, so he had no choice but to return to the hotel, pretending to look for Joan's room. At that moment, I suddenly dragged him inside. When he saw Joan on the floor, he completely broke down.
You lost your fucking mind, Terry! Joe! Terry!
But then, there was a knock at the door. I quickly had Julian go check. It turned out the female tourist had also heard the gunshot.
Is everything okay?
It's all right.
Although he said nothing was wrong, he deliberately showed her his blood-covered hands, hoping she would call the police. After closing the door, I decided to frame the male tourist for Laura's death and make it look like a murder-suicide. Then I pulled out the gun, ready to do it. Julian quickly tried to stop me. Under his persuasion, I let go. After calming down, I felt extremely regretful. At that moment, Julian also found his phone under the bed. He quickly sat down next to me and took the opportunity to kick the phone under the bed. After some thought, I decided to turn myself in to the police voluntarily. To avoid implicating Julian, I even wiped his fingerprints off the gun. Then I left.